What is up, guys? My name is Sparky Midori, otherwise known as the Prince of Darkus, and I'm going to ask you one simple question. What is your favorite Bakugan attribute or faction if you're a new brawler? And leave it down in the comments. I'm curious. But if you heard my introduction, you can obviously assume that my favorite attribute is Darkus. Now, as a kid, that was a completely different story. In fact, my favorite was Pyrus as a kid. Darkus was probably dead last, but also dead last was in tie with Haos. Yes, I liked Subterra more than I liked Haos, despite the brown toy effect. Like, I kid you not, my favorite in this order was Pyrus, Ventus, Aquas, Subterra, Haos, and Darkus were dead last. I think I liked Darkus a bit more than I liked Haos, but yeah, Haos was still dead last. And you know what's funny? Despite me really liking the reboot Haos color scheme of the bright blue and the pure white, I found out that I still have very, very few Haos Bakugan compared to any other faction in my reboot collection, and that's what we're going to go through today. Hold up, before the Haos fanboys come at me, yes, I know the Haos attribute is actually really good in the reboot. Just for some reason, I don't know why, I looked through my collection for this video and I realized I have far less Haos Bakugan than I thought I did. So it's not that I don't like the attribute, it's just that I, for some reason, seem to have less. Now let's go on. So first we got a Bakugan that, it's the ugly one. It's the ugly Hydorous Ultra from Battle Planet again, but its stats are pretty bad. 4 damage, 200 B, 2 orange shield, and the only reason I got this Bakugan, I actually did go out of my way to get this one, is purely because of its evolution, which, if I'm not mistaken, is one of, if not the only, actually no, hold on, sorry, that came out wrong. It's one of the few, if not the only, Bakugan that actually takes cards out of your discard pile and can put it back in your deck. In theory, that way giving you, another chance at winning the game if you could somehow get this thing to get its evolution and win some fights. Why don't you close? There we go. Alright, next we got a Bakugan that's actually pretty mediocre, and I'll be honest, I can't remember how I got this thing or why I have this thing. But yeah, Haos Trox from Armored Alliance, 300 B, 7 damage, double orange shield, Makmok bait maybe, and I can't even remember if this thing had a good evo. Future me, put it up on screen, please. Alright, next we got a Bakugan that was a real, genuine menace and a threat when you were facing this thing back in Battle Planet days. It is Haos Cornelius, 5 damage, 300 B, Magic Shield, Fire Fist. This thing's evo, oh my goodness. You saw this thing, you're as good as done. It was overpowered back then. It still is very good in modern day Bakugan, but like, wow, this thing was a menace back then. Okay, now we're on to Bakugan with a 400 B stat, and this is the core Haos Dragonoid from Battle Planet. 400 B, 3 damage, Green Fist Helix, nothing crazy. I can't even remember if its evo was any good, but like, I got it, it looks cool. Alright, next we got one of my favorite Bakugan molds in this lot, but I really do wish that I picked up an Aurelus one of these things. Aurelus Kerkelios Ultra never did come to South Africa, but I really do wish I did get one because I have an evo for it, and I would have loved the Darkest one, because I mean, scary, ocean, deep, jet, darkness, scary. I don't like the ocean, as you saw in my Aquas collection update thing. Yeah, 400 B, 4 damage, orange and green fist, nothing crazy. Now, we got, again, one of my favorite molds from Battle Planet. We got a Gargonoid Ultra, the Haos Gargonoid Ultra from Battle Planet. 400 B, 3 damage, orange shield and green fist. On its own, nothing crazy. If you can build up this thing with its evo and other heroes though, then it becomes a real threat. Plus, I just like how it looks, okay? I really do. And just like that, we're on to Bakugan with 500 B. So this is the one that I can never roll to stand correctly. The Haos Pegatrix Ultra from Armored Alliance. There we go. Let's get a character card. 500 B, 1 punchy, double orange shield, nothing insane. But while we're on the topic of Pegatrix, Hello, hi, yes, hello people. It is the halfway point of the video yet again, and yes, I'm not kidding, this is actually the halfway point. I told you this video was going to have very few Haos Bakugan. It's a very short video. But there will be more Haos Bakugan in a later video. And why is that, you may ask? Because I have sealed ones. Ones still in boxes and ones that I've put away that are very special to me, which I did mention I will have separate videos for sealed and special stuff. But yeah, when you do want to see that video and my other Haos Bakugan and the same special and sealed ones I mentioned before, things like diamonds, rare ones, variants, all sorts, please consider subscribing because I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers before the end of July this year, and it means so much to me if I could reach that milestone beforehand. Anyway, I'm gonna let you watch the rest of this very short video. Ta-ta! I have 2 core Haos Pegatrix from Battle Planet. Well, I'm actually lying. I have a third one, a closed one, but I could, in theory, if I want to, you know, I don't even want to roll this one. I'm just gonna, there, for the fact that I have to show you guys. I, in theory, could make another illegal deck with this thing, with my third one, sorry, that's sealed. Like I did with my Pyrus Core Fangzor deck profile, which y'all seem to actually really like. I might do a bunch of decks like this and see which one could be the best, or do some battles with them, just because it seems like a lot of fun. But anyway, 500B, 2 punchy, double green fist, on a green fist plus 200 plus 2. This thing was actually kind of good when Bakugan Battle Planet started and the reboot as a whole came back. Even its Evo, it was easy to get out, and it was just absolutely terrifying to face. This and the Aurelus Pegatrix I mentioned from the last one, both big heavy hitters, and Aquas if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Pegatrix, one of the best Bakugan to come out of Battle Planet. Okay, now we got a Bakugan that I'm sort of half and half with the color palette choice of this one, because I can get an angelic vibe from this Bakugan. It's got a paler white, I think, like a subtle white, a paler blue, or more like an angelic blue, and yellow eyes with silver accents. But I'm not gonna lie, I much prefer this bright blue color palette instead. And also you can see what I mean, like this white compared to this white just looks duller, I guess you can say. But yeah, this is the core Dragonoid from Evolutions if I'm not mistaken. Double green fist, 5 punchy, 500B on a green fist plus 500, so I can get to 1150. Nothing crazy. Okay, now we're going on to some kind of scary Bakugan. So this first one here is one that I bought from Haru Ren. It is Haos Reuzu, however you pronounce this. 600B, 2 damage on a magic shield plus 2 frost strike, and he's double magic shield. I say he's scary because he can borrow the magic shields to other Bakugan because he carries 2 of them. That is actually very damn good. But on its own, if it gets its own magic shield, only reaches 1250. Plus 2 frost strike, I guess. Next, a Bakugan that I bought from Haru Ren as well, actually. And this might be seen as cheating, but it is a fusion Bakugan. The Gargonoid and Pegatrix Haos version. Magic Shield Green Fist, 3 punchy, 600B. 3 energy to fuse, and it becomes a 1200B 5 damage behemoth. Well, behemoth is a bit of a stretch, but I still liked it, and I never had a Pegatrix in my collection until I got this one. My first one, I love it to bits. Plus, it still reminds me of Leonidas from the video game, from the way back when. Alright, next we got a Bakugan that was, if I'm not mistaken, seen as the best Haos Bakugan when it came out. It is the Haos Hydorous Ultra from Omen Alliance. 800B, 2 damage, green fist, and magic shield. Because of its high B power and the fact it brought along a magic shield, this thing was kind of scary to face off against. It gets trumped nowadays with things like Haos Venica Ultra. Oh, that reminds me. This video here only shows some of my Haos Bakugan. I know I said I would show you all of them, but I have got some more Haos Bakugan that won't be in this video. Those are special Bakugan, which I have put away for the special video, which I mentioned way back when I announced this whole collection update nonsense. But yeah, there is more Haos Bakugan, but fret not, there's still 2 more Bakugan to see in this collection. Well, you know, sort of Bakugan in the collection. We got the Nano Siphon, if you'll just give me a second. Here we go. Nano Siphon, everybody. On a magic shield, you get an Adacore, and on a Magic Shield Green Fist, Seal the Core. Okay, cool. And then the Geogun I have is Haos Hydorous, a very good Bakugan, or Geogun, excuse me, 3 energy, 1 punchy, 1800B on Victor team attack. Okay, now there is going to be more Haos Bakugan in the special, get out of here Hydorous. There will be more Haos Bakugan in my special Bakugan video and my sealed collection, because I mentioned earlier I have a Pegatrix tool in my sealed collection, Haos, that will be in those other videos later. So this is just a small piece of my Haos collection, but there is more to come, I promise. So, what do you think? Not the biggest collection, I know, I'm really sorry about that. I don't know how this happened, I really don't, because Haos is really good faction, especially because Haos Fanica is one of my favorite Bakugan. Despite it not being in this video, you will see it very soon. So if you want to see that, please remember to subscribe. Thank you all again so much for watching. Stay strong and battle on, Battle Brothers. Bye-bye.